Turning now to today's forecast. A sunny day out there, as you can see from this live pictures right now up at Lake Norman. Gorgeous day to be out there on the lake, but be warned. Temperatures, they are heating up, and we expect it to get even hotter. Dangerously hot going into the weekend, Chris.
And to think, Ben, it was about a week and a half ago that 88 degrees was the top of the forecast. Now this is the bottom, where 87, 88 is the coolest high that I have over the next 10 to even 14 days, or 2 weeks to put it more simply. And if you're going to the game, say in Gastonia, where the Rockers are taking on the Gastonia Baseball Club, well, temperatures are still going to be 84 degrees starting off at 7, where realistically some of these evenings, if you go to any baseball game, such as the night, say on Saturday, it realistically could be still around 90 degrees when you start some of these baseball games. So the evenings also stay a little bit more uncomfortable than otherwise the cool off that we've been dealing with. Dew points are really a big factor of that. So dew points anytime you're 60 to 65, we're in that, hey, it's sticky to pretty uncomfortable, but we get used to it. We're here in the Carolinas. That's pretty much what you see. But then once you start to add the 70s to the mix, that's really where you have some concerns about how we're going to feel. So Friday's still in that uncomfortable, sticky range, but we see the 70s really start to take over, especially from Charlotte down to the southeast, heading in on Saturday. And then with the temperatures getting a little bit warmer, that's where we have the extreme caution range. So anytime it's feeling like 100 plus, it's extreme caution. Once you get to 105, then we're really talking about the dangerous level. We're going to be pretty close to that dangerous level come Sunday, but notice the high temperatures on the bottom: 91, 95, 96, 94. So all those days, and we're going to continue this temperature range heading in the middle of next week. It still could feel like 100 degrees plus, but some of these values will come down. This is one of the new experimental heat risk outlooks per the National Weather Service, and you can see that we have a major to an extreme level. A lot of that urban heating is activating us here in the Charlotte area. We're not able to cool down as much around the metropolitan areas. So I think it's especially on Sunday heading into Monday that we have the most dangerous conditions. Still a little bit more dangerous within the 485 loop because we're not able to recover as much going into Tuesday. So this is the hottest air that we've had so far. Whenever you're at that major to extreme level, that means heat's going to be a risk to everyone, and heat's going to be enough that there's little to no relief. So just keep that in mind. Look at these stats. Heat-related fatalities since 2004. Well, heat is actually the biggest cause of death per any weather event, and number 2 is flooding for any severe weather events. But it's on average that over the last 5 years, we averaged 1,500 heat fatality deaths. So what are we going to do? We got to listen to our bodies. Whenever you're feeling dizzy, extremely thirsty, heavy sweating, nauseous, that is likely the onset of heat exhaustion. You don't want to push it any further than that, because once you start feeling confused and have unconsciousness, then we're at heat stroke level, and that could be fatal. So our temperatures are not really going to give up too much. Today, tomorrow, the only days in the upper 80s. Outside of that, you pretty much have the mid 90s going forward. So keep that in mind. As far as any rain that's going to try to give us some sort of relief, well, we don't really have it. We might see a chance for a pop-up shower and storm late Sunday, even though that one is very minuscule. I think Monday has a better chance for everything to line up. But the reason why we're going weather aware for your Saturday, Sunday, Monday, all 3 of these days will easily feel like 100 degrees plus and the hottest air and the most humid air of the year so far. Stay safe, everybody.